you have seen the Connections tab. The others are mostly where you go when something breaks or someone asks a question about the cluster. Let me run through them quickly. Number 1. Details. Basic information about the cluster, who created it, when, what the current status is, what sizes are configured. This is the first tab to check when someone asks what a cluster is or why it exists. Number 2. Logs. Driver and executor logs together in one searchable view. This is the first place to go when a query fails or something looks wrong. Stack traces, errors, warnings, all here. Number 3. Kubernetes Events. Pod level events, scheduling failures, pods being killed because they ran out of memory, image pool errors. When a cluster will not start and you cannot figure out why, this tab usually has the answer. Number 4. Activity. An audit trail of what happened on this cluster, who started it, who stopped it, when. Useful for compliance and for figuring out what changed when something stops working. Number 5. Configuration. The current Spark settings, environment variables, and any libraries attached to the cluster. What you see here is what the cluster is actually running with. Number 6. Metrics. This opens Grafana with cluster level numbers, CPU usage, memory, query throughput, how busy the executor pods are. When you want to check whether your sizing is right or whether the cluster is under pressure, this is where you look. When a query is slow or something fails, the Spark UI is where you go to figure out what is actually happening. Do not let it put you off. You will only ever really need 5 tabs. Let me show you what each one is for. Number 1. Jobs. Every time Spark does something like reading a result, counting rows, or writing a table that creates a job, this tab shows everything that is queued, running, or finished. Failed jobs show up in red. Start here when you are not sure what went wrong. Number 2. Stages. Each job is broken into stages. A new stage starts whenever Spark needs to move data around between executors, what is called a shuffle. This tab shows how many tasks each stage had, how much data moved, how long it took. If your query is slow and the data is not split evenly across tasks, you will see it here. This is called data skew and this is where you find it. Number 3. SQL and DataFrame. For SQL queries, specifically this tab shows the physical plan. Think of it as a step-by-step breakdown of how Spark actually ran your query with timing on each step. If you want to know exactly where the time went in a slow query, this is the most useful tab in the whole UI. Number 4. Executors. Per executor numbers. How much memory each one is using, how many tasks it has done, how much time it spent on garbage collection. If one executor is doing much more work than the others, or if something is running out of memory, you will see it here before it becomes a bigger problem. Number 5. Storage. Shows any data frames or data sets you have cached in memory. If memory is getting tight and caching does not seem to be helping, check here first to see what is actually being held and how much space it is taking. 5 tabs. Jobs for what ran and what failed. Stages for where time went and whether data is balanced. SQL for query plans. Executors for per worker health. Storage for what is sitting in memory. Once you know where to look, most problems become obvious pretty quickly.